Hello everybody, this is the Goofsome Fox coming at you with my review for the Transformers the movie Starscream, and this is a G1 reissue and recolor of the Generation 1 Starscream toy made for the Transformers the movie, the old movie. So, yeah, let's jump into the packaging here. So this is a new figure. I found this guy at Walmart. He was $33, so not too bad on the price scale here. Looking at the box, we have some nice artwork of Starscream on front, both in his robot and jet mode. You have the plastic-free packaging that Hasbro's doing now. You got the Decepticon Air Commander Starscream at the corner here. On this side, you have some more of the image, plastic-free packaging still. Top here has that Transformers the movie logo on it, as well as a 4 and up. It's 8 and up, same for 4. It's 8 and up age rating. You have the simplified transformation on top. This side you have some images of what the toy looks like out of the box. Back here you have a description here. Yeah, that Transformers the movie again. Some larger product images this time, as well as the character bio and stats here. So, yep, Decepticon Starscream Air Commander. A few of your basic warnings underneath. You got your barcode and plethora of logos. And yeah, it's gonna do it for the box. Very simple. A nice but simple box. Again, the closed-in packaging, so you can't actually see the product inside. But, well, it is some nice artwork, and if you are taking them out like I did, it does make for a nice display piece. So, jumping into the figure here, and taking a look at the aesthetics. Let's bring them up here, get a good look at the head. We have a nice Starscream head there. The cone here is part of the head, so you fold it up, you got your cone head Starscream there, but you keep it like this, and you got the vents on the side. You have some red going for the torso like Starscream is, gray for the inner body. You have the clear yellow cockpit here with some striping going across the top. For the arms here, you can take off the null rays here, which we'll see more about this in accessories, but the arms here, you have a gray arm with a blue inner piece, which this is weird for a few reasons, because the arm would have been better as gray, since Starscream's arms, as you can see on the box, are gray on the top, and even on the images, they look like they were supposed to be gray, but they made them blue on the inside for some reason. I don't know about that one. At least the null rays cover him up. Now you have his nice blue Rock'em Sock'em gloves over here. The legs are one solid piece here, and you got the gray with some dark gray vents, blue here. Oh, that's gonna be for later. I'll just keep that out for now. You got some blue feet, blue wings, blue and gray wings, and another thing to that's important to know too is these wings down here, you actually have to put these on. You actually have to put these pieces on out of the box, and there's a few more things about these that I'll cover in a later segment. And I'll move on to the back here. You have a bit of hollowness back here, but that gets covered up in the transformation quite nicely. You got your bigger wings here, which have your prominent Decepticon logo and some red and white striping and some nice big wings. You got some vents underneath here, as well as some wheels, which those will be important for the transformation. And, yeah, there's another small thing here. You do have some holes in the chest, which is another weird design choice, but I think that's also for the transformation. So, yeah, just some holes there. Yeah, interesting design here for G1 Starscream. The important thing with the aesthetic, too, with this guy, is that it's not exactly a replica of the old G1 Starscream toy. I mentioned at the beginning that it is also a recolor. So, it is meant to look more like Starscream did actually looked in the movie and the cartoon. It is not the same decal and color as the original G1 toy, from what I remember from images. The thing is, it does not have the foil stickers that I think the G1 toy had, and the blue is a lot lighter. Like, it's a lot more of that cartoony blue that Starscream is known for. But if you're looking for a G1 toy that's like a real close interpretation to what the character looked like in the show, this is a pretty nice offering here. And it does definitely look like it definitely has the Starscream look going for him. So, overall, aesthetics are pretty good. Taking a look at accessories now, and we have quite a good handful here. I took the null rays off for this one, and yep, here's his null rays. You get 2 of these, as well, Starscream should. And what's cool about these is that they have a firing gimmick. So that's really cool. You don't see that with a lot of toys these days, so it's nice to see this have a bit of play value to it. You can also swap out the missiles for these much longer ones. We'll focus on it. I think it's trying to focus more on Starscream here. Focus, focus. There we go. We'll move them to the side. There we go. Now it should focus. So you get these much longer ones here, and kind of the same gimmick. You put them in. Don't fire over there. And you take them, and you shoot them. That fell underneath my desk. We'll get that one later. But yeah, that's a simple, you just plug it in, and it's there. You got your null rays, and those just easily plug into the arms here. And you can do that with both of them. So, pretty nice there. Another thing I guess technically counts as an accessory is the hands here, because the hands actually pop off. His Rock'em Sock'em gloves pop off. So, now he's kind of handless there, but that's more for the transformation. But this makes another accessory you can use much easier to equip. That is this, and you get Megatron in his gun form. And this is a very nice accessory here. Definitely has the Megatron's gun form look going to it. You got a nice Decepticon logo right there. It's only on that side. And yeah, it looks really cool. I do really like the look of this. And how you put this on is that you separate the top and bottoms of the gun. And you get this top peg. That's going to plug in like so. And you got this bottom peg. And that's going to plug in like so. Mine, I think, is a bit tighter than usual, and I think you can even see it there. I think the plastic is kind of flexing. Could be just a thing on mine, though. And what's simple about this is you can rotate the null ray back, which I think makes it does look a bit better when you do this. And even the instructions tell you it's better to do that. And you just slide that on. And there you go. Pew pew. You got your Starscream holding Megatron here, which I am glad they kept this accessory in. I was actually a little worried because I don't think they promoted anywhere on the box that he has this. So I was a little concerned, like, okay, well, he might not have the Megatron gun, but he did. So, good work on you, Starscream. And you have a extra wheel, which this is for the transformation. Unfortunately, this does not store anywhere from what I can find, so it just kind of goes to the side, and yeah, that's going to go underneath the cockpit once he's transformed. It rolls pretty well, though. Let's see, can I get it to? Yeah, I mean, it rolls decently well for just a wheel. So yeah, overall, I mean, nice, and that's pretty much it for accessories. Again, you can take the wings and stuff off. Let me just carefully swivel that out. Carefully. There we go. You can take the wings off. Although I don't think these really would count as accessories. They want you to take them off for the transformation too. You don't have to. And I'll mention that again when we get to that. Good thing about this is that it hides the little markings here. Quite nice. So, yeah. Overall, accessory-wise, pretty good. Now we're going to take a look at articulation, and this is probably where the figure is going to get hit the most because it is a G1 toy. Starting off from the top, you don't have any turn at the head or anything. You can kind of cheat an up and down. Actually, no, you can't really get it down on this one. You can kind of get an up, but then the chest expands, so it's a bit weird. Also really squeaky. The arms, though, the arms here have some really decent articulation going on, and I think that's mainly thanks to the transformation joints this guy has. I'm gonna pop one of the wings off here so we can get a full demonstration. So this can go the full, take it all the way off too, this can go the full 180. No, 360. 180 would only be half. You can go out, which is really nice. And even then, you still get that up and down. Go up slightly. So this kind of helps with the null raise here, because it does help you get a bit of dynamic posing with this figure, which I think is a really, really nice touch there. And with the wing on, you can't go back as far unless you move it all the way back here. So the wings can somewhat get in the way, but the wings are movable, so you don't have to worry about them too much. I'm going to take both null rays off. The wings here, again, they kind of move in and out. They can go side to side. Unless you have the bottom wings here, they're going to collide with them there. Legs do not have any movement. They kind of move slightly. I don't think that's intentional. I think that's just the way they kind of are. And yeah, mainly they just stay just like that. These wings here can move a bit. That's more for the transformation than anything really useful to the figure, though. And you have a toe bend, I guess. Again, another thing for the transformation, but if you want to call this a toe bend, I guess. I guess it's close enough. And, yeah, there really isn't too much, again, not really too much here going on with the figure's articulation. It is, again, a G1 figure, so it does not have a whole lot going on for it in terms of movement. I guess if you want to count the nose cone going up and the chest again, wanting to just go in random directions. Yeah, pretty much simple articulation, and yeah, G1 articulated figure. I mean, it's not bad, especially the arms. Again, the arms help you get some dynamic poses going on here, getting them side to side. So, I mean, as far as arm articulation is concerned, I guess it's pretty okay. Now I'm going to go through the transformation for this guy, and it's a really easy transformation, and in the instructions here, as I mentioned earlier, they want you to take off all the wings. I'm just going to tell you right now, you don't have to do that at all. It's really, really easy. First, you want to take off the null rays, and I take off the back wings, because I think it's a bit easier to move some stuff around without the wings in the way. And then you want to take off the hands, and what you do is that you want to slide these up front. I'm going to start from the feet first. Slide those up, and the torso here does a interesting spinny thing where you want to get that around. There's like a trick to it that I have that I usually try to go to. There we go. Move it like this, and you can go like that. You want to take this up front. That's going to tab in like so. You want to get the sides of your arms here, and you want to bring those over. That one's kind of sticky. There we go. I'm going to put that down a bit. Get that in. There we go. So you're going to bring that up, tab it in like so. Move your wings out to the side. Now you want to get your other wings back. You're just going to peg those in like so. Kind of bring them down a bit. Get your little landing pad piece, and there's a peg underneath here. Put that in like so. Then you get your nullifies. Put them in the bottom holes on the wings, like so. Make sure they're straight. Make sure they're straight and they're not trying to shoot at somebody. Starscream's a little trigger happy today by the looks of it. And there you go. You got Starscream in his jet mode. Now taking a closer look at the jet mode here. And you have a pretty convincing jet here. For the most part, these spaces get filled in quite nicely. You do have some gaps between the wings here, which is a bit unfortunate, and the back as well, but there's just the limitations of the toy here. You still have the null-ray shooting function, so you can still shoot these at your enemies. You can also still switch them out for the other included missiles as well. You have wheels at the bottom with the landing gear, which makes for some nice rolling, if a little hard on the ears. And you can also take this front landing pad off if you want to have a more... Don't shoot at the camera, Starscream. Okay. At this point, he's going to lose his null-ray privileges. There we go. Shouldn't have to worry about anything now. And underneath, it's a bit messy down here. You got a big gap in the middle here. The head is visible, but you're not going to really display it like that. From the side and from the top, it does look like a really nice jet. Cockpit hatch here can open, even though you don't have anything to really put in there, so it is still a nice gimmick that is there. And overall, I would have to say that the jet mode is nice. It does accomplish the jet mode look. And before we move on to the next segment, just a few size comparisons for vehicle mode here. We have him next to Legacy Wild Rider, and him next to another Seeker, that being Sandstorm here. Move Wild Rider aside. And you can see they are pretty closely scaled with each other, so actually they kind of look like they're close to the same scale, so you do have some nice scale consistency here. It does feel nice here, so you can put this with your other Seekers, and it would fit in quite nicely. And here's Starscream, Sandstorm, and Wild Rider again for some size comparisons, as well as the Master Grade Zaku cannon in the back. So, Transformers the movie Starscream. I think overall, it's a nice, collector's piece kind of thing. Like, if you want a G1 styled Starscream, this is a good choice here if you want something that goes full on with the G1 toy aesthetic. Don't want to shake the desk there. And you do get nice coloring, and accessories are pretty decent. You also have the firing gimmick, so it does have some play value to it. I will also say the other nice thing about this is that he is a $30 figure, which beats the original re-release, the real G1 re-release of this guy, who was $50, so he is actually $20 cheaper than what he was. So if you are a fan of the G1 Starscream toy or aesthetic, or you just collect the G1 Seekers, I do think this is a nice pickup here. Again, you do get a lot of the decent accessories. You get the null rays, you get the Megatron gun, and the jet mode is also really good. Articulation is really where this guy kind of falls flat, being kind of a stiff figure with the lack of articulation. Most of it in the arms, which gets you, again, some dynamic posing, but no head or leg can make it a bit weird. But I think overall, he's overall a good pickup. Again, if you're really a Seeker fan or a Starscream fan, I do think this is a decent little figure here. And with that, that's been my review of the Transformers the movie Starscream. And remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy these reviews. I know I haven't done one in a while, so I'm hoping to get back on that and get a few out there now that I have a newer setup. And, well, with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.